GSL. Welcome to GSL Intoon Valley.
Also special thanks to our sponsors at Hot 6. In the upper right, we have our player. Is all in failed. What is he going to do this time? Because the map is his choice. He is
AGIM Seed.
And in the bottom right, we have our Zerg player. So young, he wants this so bad. Can he overcome perhaps the scariest person in the GSL? He is
Tati Live.
Now, you know, even though you have you still have an opportunity to get out of the group, none of these players want to lose in this winners match.
Yeah.
It is so stressful, especially when you're in the groups that are this hard.
Well, when Symbol's coming for you, Tasteless.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Symbol, with basically right now what this looks like for Life is like Symbol looks like that giant tar pit monster in Star Wars that ate Boba Fett. That's what's in like the losers match.
That's actually exactly what it looks like.
That's exactly what it is. And right now, basically, he's like Life's like hopping around in his light with his lightsaber and stuff on those little airships.
We all know Jedis don't always win.
No, they don't. That scene was so cool, by the way.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons have nothing on a good blaster at your side, Tasteless.
That's true, Artosis.
Trying to be wolf so hard. Anyways, I mean, this is Seed's opening with a gate. He's opening the gate. He's opening with the gas. What's he going to do from here? Because there's a lot of different builds you can do from here. Seed has some amazingly cool one-gate expand builds, but this map isn't good for them because the choke. For some of them at least, because of the choke size. The choke size at the natural, if you go for a one-gate expand, you want to be able to make an easy wall. Like Cloud Kingdom, great map for a build like that, because you can just simply wall off with like a couple gates and a stalker and a pylon. This map, so much harder that I think he's going to do a one-base either Stargate or, well, he hasn't taken his second gas yet, so I'm leaning towards maybe a three-gate stalker. Three-gate stalker or a four-gate.
Actually, I think you're right. I think it is going to be three-gate stalker.
Well, I mean, wait a minute. I have to check what he's seen. He saw the gas of Life, though, which means three-gate stalker isn't nearly as good because he'll actually get speed. Three-gate stalker can actually just kill people that don't get speed or get spines like super quick. But
what is he doing, Artosis?
I mean, he's going to pressure, of course.
I think it's going to be more gateways, and I think you're right.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can't see anything else.
Definitely could be a 4-gate, but you know, he's spent his chronos on stalkers. It could be an expansion.
He might just be right because he's got the probe with the expansion right now.
The early pressure forcing a lot of lings, and then just make your wall, even though it's big.
I actually love these variation builds, these gateway builds that are not forge based.
He's going to have to start making a wall in because there's going to be speedlings out. When you see something like this, you get speed quickly. Life reacted perfectly here by getting his speed really quickly, not taking the third quite yet. And there's going to be like a lot of lings out likely. A lot of people love to do a speedling counterattack against something like this.
Really nice control. Really nice control by Seed.
Yeah, super nice. He's put a lot of damage on these.
I think he also might be going for this build just in the hopes that Life has not had enough experience against this. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so he is just spending a lot of money making a full wall in here. He's even gotten his gas really late. He's added 2 pylons, made a couple gates, and with all the units he has, he will be able to hold. How many lings are out? 17. So he's actually stalled Zerg out at 28 drones. He skipped cannons altogether. He's completely safe right now. Everything's looking fine for him. But Life is going 2 base layers, so can't wait to see what he does with that.
Really nicely done here.
Yeah. Tasteless?
Yes.
Are we going to see Muta or Infestor, do you think? Because it's a 2 base. I mean, he's going 4 gas right away, too. I mean...
Let me think for a second. I'm going to say Muta.
I'm going to say Muta, too.
Yeah, okay.
Let's say it
Because-
together.
Muta. All right. I don't feel like Infestor is going to give him enough of an edge. You know what I mean? 2-base Infestor. I mean,
Well-
the thing is, Seed's actually going to just get a third up right away. Yeah.
We're done.
He's going Infestor?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if this works, because here's my concern with it is 2-base Infestor right now. Seed is going to get a third base up.
Yeah.
I feel like
you
Muta is
can-
more punishable. You have to have cannons all over the place, including at your entrance.
Yeah, you know.
Force them to make stuff that they don't need. But I don't know. I mean,
Muta was always the greatest counter to like 3-gate expands and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Back when 3-gate expand was still good, a lot of Zergs switched over into going quick Muta because I mean you kind of are in this clunky spot. Your economy's a little bit slower. It's a little bit harder to get your blink going in a massive gate explosion. But we'll see how he does with this.
all right. He sees the Robo. And forward +1 attack is on the way. Now, when you do these builds, your upgrades are a little bit behind, which kind of messes up the tempo of the game a little bit. And clearly, this Nexus is going to be planted up here any second.
No doubt.
Look out, little probe! Nope, he died.
Well, Seed is throwing that down. He has an observer. He's going to want to scout that immediately. Lane's just kind of checking out, making sure what's going on.
If he does something like this, I guess he can throw a million infested Terrans at the entrance of the Protoss.
Yeah.
And try to destroy the gateways and everything else that's there, I guess.
I think he's going to try that,
I think he's going to go right to where those 3 gateways are at the second base.
Yeah, throw him over, kill the Robo, kill maybe a gate.
Yeah, and then he could probably send Lings in there and try to go into the main or into the second.
Yeah. When you know that most of their buildings are there, that can be reasonably good, but I mean, I don't know that it'll work, though, because Seed's making a... Wait a minute, he only has 3 sentries. Might be able to get something done there.
All right, the observer's now gone.
Yep. Seed knows exactly what's going on at this point. In fact, he's starting to add cannons. At least one.
All right. Well, it's been a little bit of a passive game. Again, Life, whenever we cast this guy play, I have to say it's a very weird play style. Yes. I like it. It's very refreshing. It's very different, but it's definitely harder to read than
Seeds is too,
Symbols.
because Seed is one of these guys that actually innovates for Protoss. He's one of like the 3 or so innovators that they sometimes just come out with somewhat new stuff, new ideas. Ooh, nice bait there. There's one Zergling for a force field.
He's actually very good at baiting out force fields.
Yeah, he's in and out with those Zerglings.
All right.
Drops on the way.
Huh.
Well, that means he's probably going to get a Baneling nest. And, you know, of course, if you can throw down a couple fungals and drop Banelings on whatever you fungled, that can be a pretty convincing convincing thing to see. But I feel like in these spots, these particular spots, drops are not the best for Zerg. He only has to defend really one spot.
The really weird thing is he's taking a 4th now, too. And that observer is gone.
He might be saying, well, you know, you don't have a lot of units. You went to 3 base off of like a 1-gate pressure expand.
Right.
And he'd be right to say that there's not a ton of units out for Protoss yet. His first Colossus is just going to pop out now, and that's really, against a Ling Infestor, you're going to need a few Colossus, so he has a little bit of time to work on everything.
All right, so the Infestors are moving out. Are we going to see something here? Another observer coming out here. Now, he's actually lost enough observers that this is getting to the point where Seed's starting to get behind on how many Colossi he should have.
All right, so we actually have the Overlords coming up. He's getting ready. It's all time together, it looks like. Okay, he's actually throwing those up against Colossus and force fields. We'll see if he can actually get anything done. And that Colossus being targeted down all rightly, but not nearly enough.
Definitely did not work.
Yeah, I'm like
That's
really,
because I said maybe he was going to do that, but I meant like a while ago.
Yeah, well, if he'd done it when it first popped out, that would make more sense. But
that was almost just
I feel
illogical there from Life.
The second you see the sentry count that he had and a Colossus, those infested Terrans are not likely to do what you want them to do. So I'm a little bit surprised to actually see that.
And I guess he's going to drop now. I feel like actually Life is just at a loss right now as far as what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Because like, why is he doing this? Like, why did he just do that infested Terran maneuver? And then like a minute later, he's like, then I dropped here.
No, it doesn't make sense.
It's like, this is like not cost efficient.
His opponent, not just that, his opponent has Colossi. He has nothing at the front to threaten a counterattack.
He's basically bringing Seed gift-wrapped armies.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, There's Colossus out. Colossus is going to deal with Zergling drops like this, especially when you know he's on one base.
All right, he's going to try to get the forge. He might not even
No, he's not going to get the Everything he's doing right now is...
Did he kill a lot of probes there? We got this tail into that.
He's killed 10 probes total this game. Yeah, I don't know. I feel
Their
like
supplies are tied right now, which is pretty bad for Zerg.
I feel like everything he's doing is pretty ineffective.
I think this is basically going to be a game where Seed just sort of defends everything and then attacks Life and wins.
You know, we have a couple good things working for Life, to be honest. Even though like his attacks have been a little bit wrong, like I mean, they really did not do what he was going for. They weren't. When he saw what he saw, it didn't make a lot of sense that he continued that type of thing. But what we can say is that this is a very largely Zealot army for Seed. He has 23 Zealots and not a lot of everything else. And we have Corruptors popping out for Life, who has, at this point, he's going to have 16 Infestors. So when you put that all together, he can lock down Zealots, kill off the Colossi, and he's... I mean, that's... As far as the unit types that they have out, I like the types Life has better, even though Seed's position is better.
Yeah. All right, I guess he's going to wait for Seed to leave and then drop that inside there while he drones up his fourth base.
Yeah. Not a bad choice, but dropping... okay, sees him leaving. Good timing to actually do this drop if he wants.
Okay.
Gonna wait for him to leave all the way, I guess.
And he can definitely do a lot of damage here with this.
And here we go. Seed's gonna have to turn around. That was a good drop right there. That's
another nice
how you do
little
a
drop over here.
Ooh, indeed it is. And even if these don't do a lot, it buys him a lot of time.
Yep, this is always a good strategy to use. Now, even nicer, Burrow.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Well, you know, the point being there, guys, that drop is not really there to do damage. If it does do damage, that's great. The point of the drop is actually just to make sure that the Protoss can't leave right away.
Yeah.
Now the Protoss leaves, but that's, you know, a good, 20 seconds of extra time that he bought there.
So we have 7 Corruptors against the 2 Colossi, and then he has 19 Infestors against everything else, which is 35 Zealots. If he hits Fungals just right, I feel like Life is going to be okay. I mean, he has spines to hit them when he Fungals. He needs to hit those Fungals. There's one really great Fungal so far. And he flies the Corruptors over the Archons. The Archons target. He does pull the Corruptors away, and the Archons continue to target. Oh, that is exactly what Seed needed to do. But still, he's decimated the Zealot force.
I can't believe he actually attacked in there, man. There were too many spine crawlers to begin with.
Yeah, that was a wild battle right there.
How many spine crawlers are actually over there?
Right now he has 12. But that was, I mean, the Corruptors flew right over those Archons. That was so good targeting by Seed. He was really focusing on taking out those Corruptors so his Colossi could stay alive.
Yeah.
Which really, I mean, if he hadn't, that would have gone way in the favor of Life.
All right, he's going to back up now. 172, 182 supply. It looks like Seed wants to take a fourth base. Getting some Templars in here, very necessary. He's making a second Spire, I can see.
Oh, cool. So, that's good. He can make his Broodlords now if he wants. He's just making more Corruptors for the time being. And he's just now morphing these Broods. So, it looks like Seed's going to hit right before the Broods morph. Good timing on him. Again, he's going to need to hit Fungals. Fungals going to be the most important thing here. He does throw a lot of Infested Terrans as well, but a beautiful Blink Under.
And he's going to get these Broodlords before they even hatch. All 4 will go down.
That's right, that is brutal right there, and the Infestor energy's almost gone.
Now he's got a Roach drop over here inside the second base of Protoss, doing a lot of damage to these probes.
A very strong drop, in fact. With 1-2 upgrades, he is plowing through a lot of those probes. But you know what? He lost a lot of more Broodlords there.
Seed's going to lose this, man.
You think so?
Look at the supplies.
Yeah, it's definitely in the favor of his opponent.
Attack out here and hit the Protoss' fourth base.
Yeah.
Not more Roaches hitting probes over here. I think Seed actually is going to lose, and Life is going to move on.
It definitely could be. I mean, he's putting up a lot more Spine Crawlers right now, and every moment that Seed is not attacking him, he gains energy again. And that's really the advantage he had last time he was down there, is the fact that the energy on the Infestors was gone. But as he gets enough for Fungals and more Infested Terrans, he's going to hold Seed in place. He's making 8 more Spines now.
If Seed wins, is something to be blown away. Seed's actually in so much trouble right now.
Well, Seed's getting a Warp Prism, so that's going to slow down his opponent. You know, he's...
Yeah, Warp Prism's definitely what he wants to do.
It looks like...
to use right now.
Yeah, it looks like all timings to kill are gone for Seed. So he's going to have to be careful about that, which means he's probably going to need a Mothership, because this game, if he wins, it has to go pretty darn long.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The only way he's going to win this is if he drags this game out in the late game.
But some nice harassment there.
Terran's doing more damage here.
Yeah.
And if you look at the probe count, it's what, 49 to the 74 for life.
Well, he's getting double upgrades for his broods right now. He's continuing to pump out just absolutely everything, man. He's got a ton of spines right now.
Looks like he's going to come up here with those roaches, and if Seed leaves again, he's going to hit that 4th base. So many spine crawlers. Now, he can actually probably just target down that Nexus. I don't know if he's going to.
Oh, Seed's doing a really good move, by the way, during this. This is a nice drop, by the way. I like this idea. But Seed is going for an Immortal drop on the Spires. And the Spires are in the same place, so if he can warp in a round of Zealots around to protect them from Lings, he might be able to kill off the Greater Spire. Oh, such a good catch. He did, of course, see it as it flew over.
Absolutely no point in him even warping in there.
Good try for Seed, because that would have been really important. But the Roach drop does occur. Not going to do too much damage this time, as the Stalker's there right away.
I think right now Seed's starting to realize how behind he actually is here.
But you know what? He's getting his Stargate, and I think that's, when he realizes he's behind, he throws down that Stargate, knowing that he has to rush up to Mothership as soon as he can to have the chance to actually win this game. If he tries to go Voids again like he did against Symbol on Cloud Kingdom, I'll be really surprised.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, he's starting one Stargate, so I guess we already know he's not.
He needs that Mothership. There's a Nidus network that started up.
Cool.
The Nidus Worm's butt is making.
That's his mouth.
Oh, man.
You know what? You might be right.
I think I'm right, man. That's what the Nidus Worm is. That's the start of the network, man. It's a little Nidus Worm butt sticking out of the ground.
Is that going to make this the Roach Centipede? Alright, enough of that. Alright, we are going to have another drop coming in, Tasteless, towards those Spires once again, but the Spires are not going to be hurt by the Zealots.
For the Spires this time, I'm so surprised.
Good choice. May as well go up here, just do some light harassment overall, but if a Funkle goes down, Funkle does go down.
I think he's got enough investors that he's always going to kill this with ease, and then he'll regain the energy by then.
I think you're right. He does have 21.
Over here.
Very good number of infestors. Yeah, this is what Seed needs to continue to do. Kind of be everywhere. Don't let life settle in, because the second he settles in, he starts moving across the map. But he's not being quite as effective as he wants. He is going to get this hatchery, which is quite nice. He didn't kill the other one, but definitely can go over to kill that with his Blink Stalkers. I think
it looks like Life's decided that it's probably about time to end this game. He's going to go out and try to kill him. The Mothership's not out yet, right? No, Mothership just started, so he's going to time this out so that he can actually take out the Protoss before the Mothership gets out. And again, guys, if Seed wins this, I'm going to be blown away.
Well, Seed he's doing the right things to try to keep himself in this. He's making another Colossus now instead of a Warp Prism, realizing that Warp Prisms are not working out right now. Nice drop here. That is a lot of infested Terrans. He's going to lose that Nexus.
Yeah, he absolutely is. The Seed's moving out. The armies have actually gone around each other now. Are we going to get into a base trade scenario? A base race?
Well, I think that's Seed's only choice here. He knows he's going to lose these bases. So
he's going to evacuate all these probes out here.
I mean, he has a lot of probes out the map. He has enough money to actually build other buildings. But is his army actually good enough? And in fact, let me just point out the Mothership is building in the main, so he may be able to make that escape. Hard to say. I don't think he will be able to, but there's always that possibility.
All right, now remember, there are no other extractors out on the map, so it's pretty straightforward if he wants to kill him this way. This could be the only way that Seed could come back. He's going to have to go through a lot of those Spine Crawlers, but remember, Broodlords are not fast, so it's not like they can get back there and defend anytime soon.
He's trying to chrono out his Mothership still while he attacks his Spine Crawlers to see if he can get that done. And he is going to crush through the Spine Crawlers.
There's so many Spine Crawlers being made here.
By the way, there's Nexus going up in the bottom left, so...
He cancels that Mothership, by the way, at the last second.
Yeah. He just wasn't going to be out, obviously.
Where are the
with this stuff
drones?
is there.
Does he have any drones out on the map, Artosis?
I'm looking. Hold on. No, he really doesn't. He has drones at third base that could escape, but he's not even trying on that. I think he's way too busy trying to figure out everything else.
I don't know if he can actually get through all these spines, man.
That is a lot of spines. He's going to have to use his thermal lance range because he can't lose any more units. He's been losing a lot of units because he's trying to just bully his way through here. But Life did a great job making all those spines because all he needs to do is slow this down. His army does win the battle if they fight.
I mean, Life's army does win the battle. All right, Brood Lords are coming back. Now, GG. All right, I think he realized that.
Wowzers. Life gets
is out.
first place in this
Well
group?
done, Life.
Damn.
Nerd keeps on going up with his weird play style.
Guys, I hope you left a lot of good questions on the GOMTV.net forums because I'm going to be interviewing this guy in just a minute. This absolute monster badass Zerg who's like 14 and...
He's not a masterpiece, he's a monster piece.
Yes.
Yes.
He's living life to the fullest, Tasteless.
Guys, in a second here, I will be stepping down to let our toast Snowbird.
Stepping down. Tasteless retires.
Tasteless quits. All right, I'm going to go so we can interview Life. And when we get back, we're going to have Symbol up against Happy. I almost said Hart. Happy here in the GSL Code S. Stay tuned.